So we're going to move on to our basketball ideology.
All right.
We're going to start with the new high school playoff format.
Okay.
Now, at this time, I'm going to try to take a look because Burgess is the last remaining, is the last remaining, is the last El Paso team in the playoffs right now.
Right.
They made it to the Elite Eight. They're going to play in Mansfield Summit. But what I want to talk to you about is how are you liking this playoff format?
Obviously, as it pertains to like 6A and 5A, I think you're comparing more apples to apples and oranges to oranges.
Yeah.
But as you get like to the 3 and 2 and 1A, like it's just tough to do. Texas is so big; they got so many schools, and then I think it really gives obviously people more opportunity. You'll have 2 5A winners.
Yeah.
You'll have 2 6A winners. Most folks say it's watered down and so on and so forth. But I think, for example, if my school makes the state playoffs and our enrollment is 1,200, or let's just say 2,500, and yours is 4,500, I mean, that's just, to me, it doesn't make sense. So I like it, and I know what Texas is trying to do. It looks like they succeeded because people are having a little bit more success.
Yeah.
If you're not having success with this format, that's going to really be a problem.
Yeah.
I think administration is going to have to. I don't really know how that works per se, but I know people are going to wonder why. Like, hey, I think it's going to put more pressure on high school coaches and there'll be more expectations.
Yeah.
I really feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it's one of those things to where it's like I felt like in the next 3 to 5 years we'd have some teams make it to the Final Four. We might actually have it in the first year. If Burgess wins against Mansfield, they're going to be in the Final Four. The way I look at it is, you really you really only have to win one game to get to the Sweet 16 if you're the top team in your district. Because if you're 1, now in 5A, in 6A it's a little bit different because I believe instead of if you're 1, if the 1 doesn't always play the 4, I think the 1 played the 3 up here. But like in 5A,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, in 5A is usually the 1 playing the 4, right? And I guess it's because there's more teams in 5A than it is in 6A. So if you're the 1 playing a 4, you're playing an inferior team. You're going to win that by district. Mm-hmm. It only comes down to area just to get to the Sweet 16.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's changed. It's big school, small school, because you can have a team in your district make it to the Final Four. You can have both teams make it to the Final Four.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like usually like it's, okay, so let's take 5A.
Yep.
District 1 5A, therefore plays District 2 5A.
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yep,
so the top team in 1 5A plays the number 4, right? So you more likely they're going to win that game.
For sure.
So it only comes down to 1 game to get to the Sweet 16.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah,
if you get to the Sweet 16 now, you have that's an accomplishment.
That's momentum too.
That's momentum, and that's an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I mean, would you grade that Sweet 16 different, being that you actually played in
absolutely.
some of the,
Absolutely.
You played in the gauntlet.
It's nowhere as prestigious because before to get to the Sweet 16, I think you had to win 4 games.
I believe you're right.
Just to get there. So I love the fact that they're doing it. I think it helps El Paso teams. Now,
no question.
You can't have any excuses. Now, the pool of teams is whittled down. So you're going to be playing harder teams earlier.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
but
sir.
I mean, that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to have a slew of El Paso teams making it in basketball. I don't keep up as much with football, but in basketball, I think you're going to have a slew of teams making at least Sweet 16. right? And then if you get to the Final Four,
Yeah. It's very possible.
yeah.
Well, it's only a chance here.
Yeah, and I mean, because now, like, I think if Andrews would have won, they would have played Burgess.
Correct.
Right?
That would have been here.
That would have been here. And we would have been guaranteed to get one school
In the Final
to
Four.
the Final Four.
Yeah, that's true.
But the D2 and D1, I think Chapin was in D1.
Correct.
They could have gotten the Final Four. So you could have actually had two El Paso teams in the Final Four, 5A D1 and 5A D2.
Yeah. And they're all in the same district.
Yeah, all in the same district.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I mean, you had two teams from the same district get to the Sweet 16.
That's right.
So, I feel bad saying this. I like it because El Paso will have a better chance, right? But is it watered down now with the way they're doing it? Would you say it's?
I mean, the old heads will say that, right? You could say that, but you could just say now it's more of a comparison. The matchups are comparable now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're good, you're good.
I would have liked to have seen, Final Four, and then from the Division I and Division II, the Final Two.
Yeah.
Play the Final Two in there, and now you got a new Final Four.
And it's so different now because, all four teams from the Final Four used to go. It's not like that anymore. You only go in if you get to the finals.
Oh, so you don't play. That's right. You don't, because I know there was another game.
Yeah. The only people that go to the Final Four is the two teams matching up because two 5A teams, two 6A teams are going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all
in all, I do like it from
it's still prestigious in that space.
I know, but like I just went on this rant about wanting to play the best. Here I am saying I like the fact that we're gonna have more El Paso teams get in. They still gotta play teams, but you don't have you can not duck, but there are certain teams that you might have traditionally had to deal with that you don't have to deal with anymore.
Right. The matchups, they would say, would seem to be a little bit more favorable.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. But and look, from a standpoint of, this is high school. For me, it's a little bit different than professional. So I'm with it, and I hope that we can continue to get. So this year we had 3 teams make it to the Sweet 16. We had Burgess, Andrews, and Americas on the girls' side.
That's right. You're right.
Okay, so we might have to put down how many we think is gonna make it next year.